How's your relationship with yourself?
Very good place. I'm very, very. I like what I do. Sometimes I like, would I like to be this way? There'll be some questions you ask, no existential things, or if I don't have this, can I have this? Then I think, okay, what if God said, okay, you can have this, but I will take something that you treasure. Will I like it? No. So I'm happy the way I am. You know, I try to rationalize everything, you know. Even my failings, I'll try to rationalize something. And I accept. I always accept. Even if somebody is negative, I'll try to find a motive. Why did it happen? I feel once you know the motive, oh, that's why he's doing it, then it's easier. And you just telling your mind like, okay, accept me for what I am, forgive. No, it's you had this, this was bothering you, maybe this is why, maybe you got irritated with me, or maybe you feel threatened by the way I talk. Okay, I understand. So you're cooler, else it eats into you.
Something I'm struggling with, and I don't think it's just me, I think it's an entire generation.
What is that? Anger, right?
If someone asks me what's the relationship I have with myself, it's a very harsh relationship. Like, I feel there's a version of me in my head which is shirtless and really ripped and holds a whip, and it whips the real version of me into doing better. And every day I wake up with whipping.
Oh wow.
So, and it's not just
you need to be kind to yourself.
I know that, sir, but
what do you think is like, what do you want? What do you want that why is that version of you doing this to the other version? What is it that you feel you want to achieve? What do you think?
I think what I'm actually just moving towards is betterment every day. But my process of gaining that betterment is whipping.
But what is betterment?
Just improving at everything.
I think that's quite normal, but that's very harsh if you're going to be whipping yourself and making it is very...
I'm really trying to let go of that harsh self relationship. But I'm not able to shed it off because I've gotten to this point in life because of that whipping. So
it's maybe it's a driving force, but I mean, from knowing you, even the little time I know, you seem to be very balanced. You're far mature for your age, and you're a very nice person. So I can't think of like, okay, if you're doing that, so you want to do better. But I think where you are today could be because of that. No? Yeah, think about it. But I think you can be a little easy. Maybe take one day off the weekend, like not do it. Wake up and say, okay, I get lost. I'll talk to you later.
Usually what happens on Sundays when I don't have a shoot is my brain... My brain, sir, it switches off very deeply. I almost feel like I'm on drugs or something. Though I'm not. Like,
you feel good about it, or is it a bad feeling?
So I feel mushed out. Like there's nothing. I don't know what I feel. I feel almost mentally paralyzed because I know the next day will be the beginning of the whipping again. So it's some kind of mental system.
It's an option to be perfect. Do you want to be something like that?
I think it's an obsession to be better. But I also know that, I mean,
you must be, like, it's a relative term, no, better. I'm sure you're much better than like the majority of people. But you're thinking of perfection, no? Like you want to be that better, which is...
My hope, and this is something I've learned from older bros, and you're also in that bracket now, so don't mind me calling you a bro.
No, of course not.
Is that I think the process of marriage and having kids and all balances out a few of your own demons. So,
possible. Or it can be more demanding. You never know. See, now you have only... No, serious. You have only yourself. I mean, sorry, not to
please.
put marriage down, but now you have only yourself to answer to. So once that happens, you'll be whipping yourself and your wife also will be one more image of her. And then the kid will come with a small whip and he'll also... Think about it. Because then... the probabilities, everything changes, right? It's no longer like now you can just get up and say, okay, blah, 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 blah. That's not the same, you know, and every day is like rigmarole. It just goes like that, and then it becomes very difficult. Then it can be more exacting. It's not that easy anymore.
You know, the thing is, while I speak for myself, I think every guy at least goes through this version of reality.
You are, I feel, you're very creatively inclined. See what you're doing here. See, I do so many interviews and I find this whole thing of how you put this together. There's something so unique about it, whether it's you or your team. You're doing something so beautiful where it's not just, okay, let me just do this for views. Let's do this and let's sensation. No, you're doing something else, but you can do this without like little things like the candle and coffee or the pots and the lighting. You can just set it up anywhere and do it. But why are you doing this? Because you're so passionate about it. And you're doing something that you enjoy. It's not like you want to be a doctor and then you're doing this. No, it's something that I think you're a good listener. You like talking to people, and you must have realized you have that talent, which is why you're doing this in the first place. Or you could be doing anything else. You could just be talking on your own on YouTube.
I mean, so who gets to spend an evening with Aparichat? You know?
No, but that's because you've gotten there. No, you made it happen, right? Well, I've searched for you. It wasn't like they didn't call me and say this is this and who's this. I asked for you because that means you're there, right? So that is success in a huge way. So that betterment thing doesn't come there. Maybe you feel if I slow down, maybe, oh God, I don't work tomorrow, what happens? Maybe that's good in a way. I think enjoy it. No, it's like sleep. When you think, oh God, I'm not sleeping, I want to sleep. Why am I not sleeping? You'll never sleep. Because that is going to keep you awake. So what I'm reading and the apps I go through, what they say is, no, okay, I'm not sleeping. Good, don't sleep. Let me just relax. I don't want to sleep. And then you sleep. But if you think, no, I want to sleep, you won't sleep. So now you also should feel the same way. Yeah, I'm doing it. And you're not, I don't think you're shirking. I don't think you'll think, yeah, today let's go easy. No, let's just do one. Let's take a break. No, you're working very hard. I think you hardly take holidays. It must be like, because you have to do it around the clock. Even if you want to go on a holiday, you're thinking like, can I do something there? But I can't do this, so what else can I do? So you are like very demanding on yourself. So it's nice, but don't torture yourself.
Yeah, I think the trick is instead of going, the whip's hurting,
enjoy. Yeah, great. Yeah, good.
Whip me again.
No, try it. No, seriously. That's what I'm saying. Like sleep. Instead of saying, ouch, like just say, yeah, great. I did this like talking about this. When I was a child in school, I was in boarding and I got like, I was being punished, and this man I was in my 3rd grade or so. I used to wet my bed. So one day that brother had enough of it and he took this thing, and I remember I was wearing I don't know if I was wearing a raincoat, it was raining, and he got this stick and he started whacking me, like whacked me, and it was hurting, yaar. And I realized he's going to kill me. Like in my mind, he's going to kill me. You know what I did? Suddenly I said, brother, stop! And I hardly spoke English. I could hardly speak. I said, brother, stop! And he was like, the way I screamed, he stopped. I just grabbed the stick, give it to me. Let me hit myself. I'm a sinner. And I hit myself. He said, no, son, don't do it. Actually, I knew he was going to kill me. No, son, don't. And he started crying. He took me, leave. No, brother, please leave me, brother. Let me hit myself. And I was hitting very slowly, okay? And I saved myself, so you can do that. Get the whip and start whipping yourself.
Didn't wake up today thinking I'll have this conversation. So I could honestly talk to you for days. But
did I make sense?
This is such a memorable conversation for all of us.
Thank you.
Like there's a bunch of guys here who are recording with us, and they didn't have to sit here. They sat here for you.
Oh, sweet.
And
thank you.
We've done so many podcasts by this point that I know when the lads are switched out or switched in. There's not been a moment where anyone's been switched out.
Oh, sweet.
So it says something
That's
about...
because you're a good conversationalist and you know exactly, like, it's nice. The best conversationalists are the ones who are best listeners. Like, and you ask questions and I like your energy. It's very
thank you.
For someone so young, you're very wise for your age. You're very evolved. You know that, right? Except for the whipping part. That you need to be kinder because that other person is you.
That's something I
but
hope
nice.
age.
For all you know, that is what is actually driving you to where you are.
You know Kobe Bryant is?
Yes.
Kobe Bryant? Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
It's such a true truth of success in life. That you need to have that sense of internal fire and aggression and betterment. But I'm a great case of someone who's taken Mamba mentality too far, where it's caused a little bit of self-harm as well. Or the story of Arjun and the eye. There's a price you pay for that. So again, at this stage of life, I'm really trying to understand more about romance and the purpose of love in human
I
life.
was just going to ask you, how does your girlfriend find all this? How are you with her?
Like a child.
Really?
And that's
She's such a lovely person to be with.
Yeah. And she lets me be like that.
Oh, nice.
Just accepts me for who I am.
So you don't have to really try too hard. And you're not waking up and whipping yourself in her quarter, right? Because of her.
No, I'll tell you how I feel with my girlfriend when it comes to that sense of myself whipping myself. She's the person who will hold the hand of the guy who's whipping the other guy.
That's so sweet.
So that's why it's great.
So she must be even more evolved than you.
Yes. So that's why it took time for her to enter my life. I feel I had to earn her almost. But again, at this stage, I feel like the answer to cooling down that internal mama mentality is perhaps a family life and long-term
I think
romance.
the way you're describing her, you should get married fast. The other thing I said doesn't work there.
Yeah.
Maybe that added thing that gives you resolve and gives you more protection, and maybe that guy who's whipping you will stop.
Yeah.
You may take a backseat and say, I know you're doing well, you're happy, I'll leave you.
Yeah, that's the hope. The thing is, also talking to older guys, it helps a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people watch the show. Like, I'm just having these conversations for myself, as you can sense right now.
True.
But through my own lens, people are able to relate, and a lot of questions for people get answered. The kind of energy we always try packing into each episode is the energy of healing. I think that otherwise there's no point of art of any kind. It has to heal someone on some level. That's just how I look at the world. Yeah, maybe different
Or
artists
change them for the better and
Yeah.
Perfect.
I kind of look at change and healing as two sides of the same coin.
Definitely.
I think the Buddha had said this, that the purpose of human life is suffering. So going away from suffering is some kind of healing. And I think art